I'm going to keep it polite today. I've done my ranting yesterday, right? So after I praised the Daily Mail yesterday for highlighting the real issues going on in the world and what we need to get discussing rather than imaginary wars and dogs and cats and bridges falling down boats, right? So although I like the story and I praise them, and I especially like the bit where they dropped in this man had a little thing for the nice designer wear, like a man I used to know who cared more about how he looked in his smart suit than what he stands for and how he conducts himself. So I like that touch, right? So to move forward, like I said, this is how I find comfort in war zones and find sanctuary, yeah? As you all know, I told you how I felt God's presence on earth. So I went in here yesterday, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I just found this book, the international version. So I always like to check different quotes on how I felt God's presence, which was 141.6 Psalms, which described the number of the door of the sad evildoer who was stalking me. About when they're thrown down from the cliffs, they'll hear God's words for less weight, right? But this is another reason how I know I'm all right, because God's got this, not anyone else, right? So I read on from 141.6 to the next one, and two words I used yesterday is not, or today and yesterday, is not everyday words. I was talking to Abby's mum about her mistreatment, and I said, these people who say they're there to protect and help, I think the Bible calls them evildoers, right? So I just read on from 1416, and I saw the word evildoers. There it is, like. And reading on from 1.1.6 to 7 carries on what happened after I found God's presence, and this tells my story after. But anyway, there's evildoers, and also saw the word sovereign. It's there somewhere, like sovereign, yeah? Sovereign and evildoers, right? So I used the word evildoers yesterday when I was talking to Abby's mum, saying about all these people say they're protectors, like safeguarding teams here, that don't safeguard you. They safeguard the evildoers, like the police who are doing this to people. So I lit this candle for Abby yesterday, and the word sovereign that just come up in that Psalms follow-on, right, look at this. I noticed this yesterday when I was here. This single tile, like all them tiles are there, but this one's there, look what it says on there. Right? And I saw that yesterday, and then I just opened the Bible, and it said it's a different interpretation of the 141.6, so I like to see different versions of it. And that word come up, sovereign and evildoers, all in the same thing, right? And this is why I feel safe here, yeah? Because the Bible and God's words don't talk about cats and cars crashing into people at festivals and aircraft disasters and helicopters and all that shit, right? So it talks in real terms, and that lets me know that don't worry, I've got you. I can see what's going on. That's why you're here. And that's sovereign, you see. I know you found me, and you was gonna look at different, go and look at 1.16 again, 1416, and read on what it says after, and it talks about the evildoers I spoke of within the last 24 hours, and you'll see the word sovereign, and you'll know that you're in the right place now. Anyway, on another note, I don't mean to be disrespectful by filming people's graves, but I like to see the respect people pay to Martha. And look who I've just seen here, look. Me and Button. Look, Button. And another thing, I'm not going to go and film it, but around there, and there's a couple of them, my dying wish will be, and I said this to people recently, that when I'm dead and gone, when this all finally sees me off, when even God can't save me anymore because they've killed me off slowly, my dying wish is that one of my daughters get buried with me. I don't care which one, anyone. I love them all as much. But that'll be the ultimate together forever for eternity. Buried together. There's a few of them here, buried, daughters buried with their dads. But anyway, yeah, take it or leave it. I'm just letting you, I'm not preaching, I'm just putting it out there how I find comfort in hard times. I just come and flick the Bible to a random page. It always talks to me like yesterday, and there it is again. I said to Abby's mum yesterday, these people are called evildoers, and I was using God's words. There it is. And read that verse as well. Like, this is what the church, this God's house, is doing for me right now. Like, keep me from the snares they have laid for me, from the traps by evildoers. Let the wicked fall into their nets while I pass by in safety. And sovereign, and there it was, all along, sovereign outside. No one made me pick this book up and flip to that today and see sovereign and evildoers. And I saw that sovereign thing yesterday. So that's how you find comfort when you're being torn apart by wild dogs who can't be tamed because they're wild. That's why they're called wild dogs, and they eat people alive, rip them apart. I don't ask safeguarding teams here for safeguarding because they don't. I tried it the other day in Appledore. I contacted one of them against my better judgment. I had a bad feeling about it anyway, but as they were there, I thought, all right, let's try them. And I said, I'll have a chat with you if you want to. Not to get answers out of you, but to see what it is you do and if you do what you say by safeguarding children and vulnerable people. And I said, I'm in Appledore, any one of you can come down and I can give you insight from a victim's point of view of what it's like from a victim's point of view, not from polices and bullies and evildoers who say they represent the sovereigns like Queen and they don't. They represent all the things that the Bible and our war heroes detest, which is bullying, evildoers, manipulation, controllers, where the Bible and our sovereign and our army, that they support the opposite, freedom, truth, and they didn't want to know. So that's why the safeguarding team who work with the church, I don't know what it is they actually do, because they're not safeguarding me. The church is safeguarding me. Like the vicar at Appledore I told you about. He leaves his door open for me to come and find a bit of peace and quiet, read the Bible, light candles, charge my phone. He come back, I phoned him once and said, do you want to come for a chat because I'm stressed out? And he did. Showed me the courtesy. He didn't bark up orders at me and silence me like others. He let me rant. And he doesn't say he's a safeguarding team. He's read the Bible. He's a man